One day, birds started to sing and big trees landed on the earth. One early morning, the first people of my tribe woke up, and since then, for generations, they have been living in nature amidst the forest and the trees. My name is Mundiya Kepanga. I'm a Papuan chief of the Huli tribe and an ambassador of the forest. I travel the world to share a message that concerns us all. My forest is threatened, and if we do nothing to save it, the whole of humanity will disappear. Soon, we will not be able to go back to how it was. With the help of the film crew which accompanied me throughout my journey, I made this movie to warn you about the tragedies that will occur if we do not take care of our planet's large trees. My tribe has always lived in the heart of one of the last remaining primary forests in the world, in Papua New Guinea. Maybe you don't know where my country is, but it's you, the white men, who invented maps. So you'll see that it's in the Pacific Ocean, just north of Australia. In my language, the ancient forests born when the world was created are called reproduction. White people call them primary forests because they have not been changed by man. They have become very rare, and there are virtually none left on Earth. Only in the Amazon, the Congo Basin, and in my country, Papua New Guinea. Probably because man loves leaving his mark everywhere. This forest does not belong to me alone. It belongs to all the creatures that live here. The strangest and the most beautiful alike. Most of these animals don't exist anywhere else on Earth. Like the tree kangaroo, the Victoria crowned pigeon, and my favorite, the bird of paradise. The biggest one is a very curious animal. Solitary, grouchy, shy, and keen to pick a fight. It can kill a man with its claws. And it is the most dangerous animal in the jungle. We call it Jerry, but white people call it cassowary. By eating seeds and dispersing them in their droppings, they participate in the regeneration of the forest. We believe cassowaries are our ancestors because our great-great-great-grandparents came from a cassowary egg. The tall white guy, pretending to take notes to look important in the movie, is my French friend Marc Dozier. When I first met him, he had long hair, but that was a long time ago. Now he's lost all his hair, and he looks like an old beetle. Like me, he knows and loves my forest, which he has photographed for over 20 years.
As Mundiya taught me, the Papuan forest is a huge reservoir of biodiversity, home to more animal and plant species than the whole of Europe. Covering 70% of the country, the Papuan forest hosts over 20,000 plant species, 1,500 tree species, 3,000 insect species, and over 750 bird species. These figures show that the country is one of the world's wildlife sanctuaries.
I'm a man of the forest, and quite frankly, I don't know how to make a movie. So, along with Marc, there is a crew that accompanies us. Luc, Pierre, and Francois. And they use all sorts of very strange cameras so that I can tell you my story. This forest was left to us by our ancestors. For generations, they took care of it, so that we can go home every day with our arms full of food. But today, it is in danger of disappearing. And with this film, I want you to see this with your own eyes. During the time it takes to watch this movie, over 150 tall trees are felled in my country, thousands every day. That's why I want to show to the world the pillage of our land. On the east coast, in the Vanimo province, one of the most affected by deforestation, one of our contacts sneaked us onto a logging concession in a car with tinted windows.
Roger, are they cutting trees at the moment where we are going?
Yeah, they're operating at full throttle for more than 5 years now. Okay, we're arriving at the camp.
And you, Pierre, be careful with the drone. We don't want them to see us.
Yeah, keep a low profile. Don't open your windows. The bosses are in the offices and you don't want them to see you. Once we've left this camp, I'll take you to the site of operations and the landowner's village.
Okay, Roger, don't worry, we'll be careful.
I've asked the managers many times for permission to come here, but they refuse because they don't want us to see what they're doing. Look, there on the balcony. That must be one of the bosses. Now that we left the camp, we can go to the logging site and meet the Papa ground.
In our language, Papa ground are very important, as they are the landowners of my country. Our forests, our valleys, and our mountains traditionally belong to clans who must authorize their exploitation. It's the Papa ground, Papuans like me, who work for the logging companies. It's our own hands that hold the chainsaws and operate the bulldozers. It is the only way for them to survive. By selling their trees and chopping them down themselves, all for meager pay. But I don't hold it against them. They don't want to live like wild animals. They are hired by foreigners who come from Malaysia, the Philippines or Indonesia, and we've nicknamed them Kongkongs. They command and we obey. The foremen are not bad people, they're just poor people who come to earn a living by cutting down our trees. Once we got to the site, the foreman even let us film what we wanted. Every day, the chainsaws cut huge trunks as easily as ripe bananas. And as they fall, the tall trees cry out, as though they're saying farewell to their family and the entire forest. It doesn't make you sad to cut down these trees?
Yes. Sometimes it makes me sad, because we're cutting down a lot, and mostly because As they fall, the big trees damage those around them.
And you're happy to do this work?
Yes, of course. Thanks to this job, I earn a bit of money to feed my family and buy what we need.
Yes, you're doing your best to survive. Without this work, you would have nothing to eat. I understand.